Hey, yo, what's gaming players? It's your boy, Desmond Sharpman, back out here on this Madden NFL 21 franchise mode. And we are here with another 1 o'clock scheduled game here in week 14. And in this matchup, we should have an interesting one. We have the Miami Dolphins, who are trying to avoid being eliminated from playoff contentioning as they take on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, who are looking to continue winning to remain the second seed in the AFC playoffs. So currently the Chiefs are the second seed, with the Jets having the first round bye. Now, with these last 4 weeks remaining, the Chiefs still have a chance to try to get that number one seed. But in order for that to happen, the Jets have to have 2 losses on their record. But right now they don't. But the Jets have a huge battle with Seattle in the 4 o'clock schedule, so we're going to see how that rolls. But Kansas City is focused. They're prepared. Because ever since they have lost to the Jets back in week 8, they've been focused. They've been prepared. They've been playing a bit better. They've been winning a lot of games. And they still haven't clinched the spot in the playoffs just yet. But I'm pretty sure they have, but they have already clinched the AFC West division though. Now, if you have not seen the rest of week number 14, especially the game that was not shown, that I showed you what happened in the last episode, which was this game, the Cardinals and Giants. If you didn't see those, make sure to go check it out so you won't miss it. And make sure to check out the last episode so you'll know what happened in the Vikings and Buccaneers game, since that wasn't shown. And also make sure to check out the last 13 weeks of this season, because this has been a great season so far for everybody, and we've gotten as further as we can to make sure that this season becomes the greatest so far on the channel. But it looks like we are set to go, so let's head down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, because the Chiefs and Dolphins, they are set to do battle. Now, Kansas City knows a lot about Miami, well, kind of, but they'll get their first look at Tua Tagovailoa and this Dolphins team. Let's go.
Temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
And those were the stats for A.J. Campbell in his last game, where his team got a victory, blowout fashion, against the Denver Broncos, who are still winless to this point.
Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they interplay in this one. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. And what I enjoyed when I watched...
Alright, so the Chiefs, they're going to kick it out to the Dolphins to start the ball game. So we will see the rookie Tua Tagovailoa and that Dolphins offense to start the game. And we're underway from Miami. And this one's not going to be returned. So this one's going to be a touchback. So Miami set to begin their opening drive, led by number 1, Tua Tagovailoa.
Because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say that was on me last week. A really poor performance. Way too many interceptions. Didn't find the end zone throwing the ball. Put his defense and his special team in some real jeopardy. But somehow they won the game. Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling them.
Now, Tua, I'm pretty sure he had to talk to his team. I'm pretty sure Tua had to talk to his team about how his last performance went, where he didn't throw a touchdown pass. It was all about the special teams, back-to-back punt return, and then they were able to seal the game in there, seal the win. And Tua, on the first play, he finds Albert Wilson wide open, and he'll go down at the 47. First down Miami on the first play. A gain of 22. I don't know how the Chiefs allowed him to get wide open like that. And I'm pretty sure Tua knows that the Patriots have already been eliminated from playoff contention, so he's trying to avoid being eliminated. Tua, and he's going to get rid of this one.
Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it. And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to find another down.
Here's Tua, and he's sacked. Frank Clark, he gets the sack.
Shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL. And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
So after that sack, 3rd and 19. Tua throwing right side, and he completes it to Josh Turner, but he's 3 yards shy of the first at the 47.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space, kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner.
So the Dolphins, they go 3 and out, so they're going to punt it. And no return here. This one's going to be spotted at the 22. So the Chiefs set to begin their opening drive, led by number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
I don't know about you, but I've absolutely loved his consistency throughout the season. Always good, occasionally spectacular. But right now, he's on the outside of that MVP race. What's it going to take for him to get it done down the stretch? You're right, on the fringe. But hey, it's week 14. There's still a month left for him to make a lasting impression, have some scintillating plays, and then who knows? Yeah, those scintillating plays, those splash plays.
1st and 10. Here's A.J. Campbell, and Campbell with some room already. A gain of 20 there. That was quick. A quick 20 yards.
Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you? I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number? Let's say 200 plus.
And Campbell, he had been running very well for this Chiefs team. And they have no issues with that.
Shotgun snap to
Mahomes, and that one is caught. Brandon Graham was able to complete it, And those were his stats in his last game.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
And here's the toss, right side. And they'll bring him down at the 48.
Defensively, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because we turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Flushed out right.
Mahomes. And that's intercepted. That was a bad throw right there.
Jones. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Brian Jones was able to pick it off. That was a bad pass there by Mahomes. As we take a look at the AFC playoff picture, and yes, the Jets, Chiefs, and Titans have clinched the playoffs for the AFC side. Those are the only 3 teams to clinch it for the AFC side. But yeah, the Chiefs are the 2nd seed right now.
Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control
Tua
your fate.
looking
Leverage guys. Win the line of
looking to
scrimmage.
run,
You start to win first
and
second
he'll pick up a gain of 4 on that scramble.
and that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Throwing now is
And Tua, he sacked. Chris Jones, he gets the sack that time.
They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do they do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that.
These teams have got to keep Chris Jones contained. They gotta keep him. They gotta keep him blocked. Like every time we see Chris Jones, he just gets to the quarterback.
After the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tua sets up to pass it.
Tua downfield looking for Turner, and that's intercepted. Ron Thornhill picks it. And Kansas City, they're gonna get the ball back.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw.
It looked like Turner was wide open there, and Tua was trying to find him, but the pass was bad. So now the Chiefs are gonna take over possession after a gain of 4 on that carry there by Campbell. Now Mahomes knows that with these last 4 weeks remaining, he still has a shot to try to get MVP. But currently in position for it is D Sharp right now, because he's the number 1 in quarterbacks right now. But he still has a shot. And Mahomes, he goes down. Z.J. Williams, his 15th sack on the season.
Despite him being sacked 4 times, they might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't run the accumulation of
That was too much pressure there. I don't know how Kansas City allowed that.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Mahomes gets hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. Bobby McCain picks it.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception.
And here's Matt Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 42, which brings the first quarter to a close. No score.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You get out a drive now that calms down the entire team.
On second down,
Tua, and that was complete. Albert Wilson, and he's got a first down for Miami.
right in midfield at the 50. That was a first down pickup of 8.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And Tua, he's gonna get rid of it.
Toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No push for that one to get in there. It sails in.
Tua, pressure coming downfield. He finds Jason Taylor for the touchdown.
Take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. As his guys are first on the scoreboard here this afternoon. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him.
Tua and the Dolphins are trying to avoid elimination. They're trying to avoid being eliminated from playoff contention.
It's paramount for this team. So you're exactly right.
They feel like they know what's at stake for these next 4 weeks.
Valuable for him, valuable for his team.
You trying to get the 7th seed. You trying to get near the 7th seed. And that's what the Dolphins are trying to do. And by doing that, you got to win the rest of your games.
This will make it into the end
And
zone.
Hardman is not going to return this one, so this one's going to be a touchback.
Come out to 25. Out comes Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs offense. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio. And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio that should ever be
Mahomes. And open is Sammy Watkins. And Watkins now with some room. And Watkins. And he takes it all the way to the 3-yard line.
Big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 72 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position?
Miami left too many receivers open.
They picked up a heck of a chunk of
They left not 1, but 2 receivers open, which got them to the red zone.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Mahomes. And he's going to give it to Brandon Graham.
Game there on the completion. It'll be second down.
But that one was for no gain.
Even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule. I'm down in distance.
I think they were hoping to get into him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Mahomes again, and he's going to give it to Graham again. But this one goes backwards.
Back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up third and goal. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually completed a huge yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see defensive.
Mahomes. And that one's not the way.
So I'm with you. You got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not really satisfactory to them.
And I would say they're near the red zone.
Goal unit. They've got 4
So they're going to go for it. Mahomes, wide open, Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Travis Kelce is 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I thought they was going to get to him, but Kelsey saves the day.
Especially when the defense sells out against the run.
I even thought Mahomes was going to run it in, but Kelsey was open. He was wide open. And that's something you cannot do defensively against Kansas City. If you leave somebody like Travis Kelce open, you're in deep, deep trouble.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
So the Chiefs, they don't even go for the field goal. They go for the touchdown as they tie the game at 7.
Fields into the middle of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant.
Even though Mahomes did throw those 2 interceptions,
Miami set to take over. And for them, a touchdown at last go around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
and here's Matt Breida.
A good run there to start.
And down he goes, getting this to the 38. First down, Miami.
Right there with Matt Breida, he's been the early part of his career in San Francisco, sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it. Because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
Tua. And that one's incomplete.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there. He'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10.
Tua, and he's going to get rid of this one, but the flag comes out.
Penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
And Matt Breida, and he'll pick up a gain of only 5. So now it's 4.
Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys are getting along very well right now? Of course they will.
And Brandon Graham, he's not going to return this one, so this one's going to be a touchback.
That gets all the way to the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Mahomes, and he goes down.
Back in his own 6-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Eluding the pressure right.
Mahomes, right side. That's caught. Brandon Graham. He's got a cheap first down.
Big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That's what Mahomes loved to do. Scramble out of the pocket, find his receivers, and connect. Mahomes trying to throw the screen pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world.
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Mahomes downfield, open. It's Graham, but he dropped it.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one,
Mahomes, and he's gonna find AJ Campbell,
Trying to set up the screen. It's complete.
and he's got the
Use
first.
the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes.
Mahomes, deep ball. He has a man wide open, but it's incomplete.
the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Wow. It looked like he had Graham wide open,
39 on 2nd and 10.
but he just couldn't connect with it.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Mahomes going deep again. This time Graham's got it. Touchdown Kansas City.
Kansas City. Touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Butker on for the PAT.
Here's Buckner on for the extra point. And he's got it.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Harrison Butker, a kickball 14 to 2.
So Buckner set to kick this one away.
Time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And Grant, he's not going to return this one, as this one's going to be a touchback.
Late in the half, he'll just take a knee and then bring the football out to the 25. Tua Tagovailoa and the offense heading back out. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the league. In these situations,
Tua, and he's going to find Jason Taylor, and they'll bring him down at the 44. 11 seconds left.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We'll be looking for that second touchdown now. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Tua going to throw.
Tua
Play to its left.
looking,
He's going to fire.
throwing downfield, and it's incomplete with 2 seconds remaining.
Able to knock that one down to the ground.
So they're going to put the trust on Jason Sanders on for a 61-yarder
61-yard attempt.
to make it a 4-point lead at halftime. And this one is no good. So the Chiefs will lead by a touchdown at halftime.
Difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14.
And up next, we are going to be up in Jacksonville. The Jags still looking to break that 11-game skid as they host the Tennessee Titans. Then, we're going to be up in Detroit, who is also trying to avoid elimination from playoff contention as they host the visiting Green Bay Packers.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Now, the first half was okay, even though both quarterbacks threw some interceptions early, but they were able to respond with touchdowns right after. Especially Mahomes. He threw 2 interceptions in that first quarter, but scored 2 touchdown passes in the second quarter. So that's a bit of a bounce back.
This will make it into the end zone.
And his team now has the lead as they are prepared to start the second half now.
Comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering.
And here's Campbell.
What's it going to take to get
And he'll pick up a gain of about 6 on that first down carry.
But it gets him to 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Mahomes, and he goes down. Julian Carter-Williams, bringing the pressure, takes him down.
On the scoreboard, I guarantee you, the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play. Really setting the tone for this third quarter. Escaping the pressure right.
Mahomes, and that one's incomplete.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And Jason Taylor's not going to return this one. And they're going to spot this one at the 6.
Knock it on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day?
And here's Matt Breida.
We just saw there.
And he'll go down at the 9-yard line. 2nd and 7.
Will set up a 2nd and 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half, seems anchored. That line has struggled to sustain.
And Tua, he's sacked. Chris Jones with another sack, his 2nd in the game.
Before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level. So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Tua, oh, and that one's incomplete.
Complete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that.
I don't know if that was the right route for Josh Turner to go, but
Football and handle that contact, but in this case,
that didn't look like a good route.
hit to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And here's Brandon Graham. And Brandon Graham, and he'll go down at the 33. So the Chiefs will take over.
Position here as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun,
Mahomes, right side, connects with Kelsey. And he'll go down at the 15. 1st down, Kansas City.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage to 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Mahomes, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy with the sack.
Kyle Van Noy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Mahomes looking end zone, caught. Graham, touchdown, Kansas City.
Number 18, touchdown, Kansas City.
In order to lead in the game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
So the Chiefs extend their lead. Extra point is good, and now it's 21-7.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this one's not going to be returned by Grant, so this one's going to be a touchback.
Not to return it. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And here's Matt Breida. And he'll go down at the 34-yard line. A gain of 9.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Being chased out left.
Tua. And that one's intercepted.
It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
I can't even tell who he was trying to throw it to right there.
47-yard line.
But anyway, the Chiefs are going to get the ball back.
Coverage as a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half the second faster.
Mahomes, deep ball again, finds Hill. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. And those gloves, they help with one hand and catches the foot stuff. Any padding for a rocket?
Wow. Now the Chiefs are just pouring it on.
His hands will hurt later, but not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
A little stinger, but a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT.
Extra point is good by Butker. Now it's 28-7.
Certainly made quick work of that. Ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in a touchdown.
And if you have a speedy receiver like Tyreek Hill, there's just none much you could do. The only thing you could possibly do is try to make sure that he never gets open. Because if he outruns you, you already know what's gonna happen. Mahomes is gonna find him, and that is exactly what he did on that drive.
Set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first
A
league,
minute and 24 here in the third, and Miami are minutes away from facing elimination as Tua goes down again.
A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
so many different things that he has to pick up on. When going flush from the pocket.
Down to a minute left in the third. Miami is a few minutes away from facing elimination. And here's Josh Turner with the completion. And he's got a first down.
He's taken down. And a catch and run good for 24 yards.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive on the ground, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to pass.
Tua, deep ball. And that one's caught. Josh Turner. He just outran his defender there. Was able to make the catch. Tyrann Mathieu tried to pick it off, but he just couldn't. Look at that accuracy on that throw. Man. So now the Dolphins are getting near the red zone.
Gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Tua gonna hand this
And
one
here's
through.
Matt Breida.
This will be a 5-yard
And he'll go
pickup
down
from the 20 to the
as the
15.
third quarter has come to a close.
Exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they got to figure out a way to out leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Tua wants to throw it on
Tua.
2nd down.
He's going to find Matt Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 13.
Is a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Tua. And that was tipped and incomplete.
That one's going to wind up incomplete.
I mostly thought that they was going to run there, but instead they throw it.
Take the hit and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well. And popped it free from his grasp.
Tua. And he's going to find Josh Turner on 4th and 3 as the drive continues.
This drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done as you noted. And they did.
Tua. Enzo. Caught by Turner. Touchdown Miami.
Touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to drop in closer. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception. This drive a touchdown pass.
I like how you described it.
But the Dolphins are still trailing. They're down by 14 now.
You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The Dolphins are still trailing, however.
This will make it into the end zone.
They just need a couple of stops on defense in order for them to get this game tied in the fourth. Look at those numbers. Mahomes had 2 interceptions in the first quarter, bounced back with 4 consecutive touchdown passes.
They really are because no matter
Wow.
what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A toss. Campbell. And he'll go down at the 29-yard line.
Brady, you know how many times we've done games and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4
And here's Campbell.
This offensive line.
And he'll go down, getting this to the 39 for a first.
Put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Mahomes. And open is Brandon Graham. Breaking a tackle. And he goes down at the 34.
28 yards the game there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up.
And here's Campbell.
A pickup of about 3
A
yards.
gain of 3 as he's tackled to the 31.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box.
And Campbell again.
Trying to keep them from walking.
And he'll pick up 3 more yards on this carry. 3rd down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hit it.
And here's Campbell. And
They're going to mark him down short. Maybe
they did stop him.
3
But the question is, what is Kansas City going to do? Are they going to go for 3 or are they going to go for it? And it looks like they're going to go for it.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
They want to let the clock run, and they're going to give it to Campbell, who's off to the races, and he scores.
He is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Well, partner, that's another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too.
Wow. So not only did the Dolphins give up the first, they gave up the touchdown as well. That's just sad.
He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
Now it's a minute and 56 left in the fourth. And the Chiefs, they probably have this one in the bag.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
I'm telling you, the Dolphins needed, all they needed was to win the rest of their games in order for them to be in the spot in the playoffs. But unfortunately for this game, that might not happen. Only if a miracle happens. Only if a miracle happens. Tua, and this one's incomplete. Tua looking, and it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to
Now it's 4th and 1.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here,
And they're going to run it with Matt Breida, and he's going to pick up the first.
down at about the 48. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Tua, wide open is, oh, Devontae Parker was wide open, and if it wasn't for the defender trying to tackle him, he would have gotten that catch.
But he was under a lot of duress. I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Tua. Oh my goodness, he had another receiver wide open. He would have connected, but instead 3rd down. Tua, blitz coming as he finds Josh Turner, and Josh Turner, he's gonna score. The game is not quite over unless if the Dolphins get 2 onside kicks and score twice to tie the game. Unless if they get 2 onside kicks, because they need a miracle in order for them to try to win. Well, not win, but tie it and force the overtime with 55 seconds remaining. And the Chiefs are going to pick it up. And look who picked it up. Tyreek Hill.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw
And here's Campbell. And he'll go down at the 41. So now the Dolphins are going to use their timeouts.
As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now.
Campbell on 2nd and 8, and he's got the first.
Inside the 30. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. As stopping with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the first down, Chiefs.
Wow, a heartbreaker there. Miami, they would have had some chances, but they couldn't stop the Chiefs offense, so there was just nothing that they could do defensively.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
And they're going to hand it to Campbell again, and they'll bring them down at the 20.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw.
Mahomes throwing, and that one could have been caught, but it's incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4.
Mahomes throwing for Kelsey, and he's got it for the touchdown. Putting the nail into the coffin.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
So the Kansas City Chiefs,
What's their motivation? Because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit.
they're going to remain the 2nd seed in the AFC playoffs, as they're going to get their 12th victory on the season,
Tucker now to add the extra point.
as they're going to win 42 to 21. They're going to win by triple-digit touchdowns.
And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
And unfortunately for Miami, the run that they had trying to get to the postseason, especially with a rookie quarterback, that is going to come to an end. That is going to come to an end, as they are going to drop to 5-8 with the loss here. And this was actually heartbreaking. The way they gave up that touchdown, this is just heartbreaking. This is just total heartbreak.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be
Tua
the case.
downfield, and that one's complete by Jason Taylor, and that's going to do it, as the Kansas City Chiefs win. What a game for Mahomes. He threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter, and then he just exploded in the next 3.
So for the Chiefs, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gordon. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, you guys heard that right. The Dolphins, all they needed to do was to win the rest of their games. But if they would have lost a single one game, then that would have been it. And with that, their playoff hopes has been gone. So the Dolphins have been officially eliminated from the playoff contention as they lose to the Chiefs. The Chiefs win 42-21, an explosion in the second, third, and fourth quarter, especially for Patrick Mahomes, who started off the game. Let me tell you something. He started off the game with 2 interceptions thrown with 0 touchdown passes. In the second, third, and fourth quarters, he just exploded with 5 straight touchdown passes to give his team the win. So here are the stats. You can see 309 yards throwing from Mahomes, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Tua Tagovailoa, he did everything he could, but unfortunately for that, his team is now eliminated from playoff contention. He threw for 314 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but it was just not enough to stop Patrick Mahomes and company. Here's the rushing. A.J. Campbell, 14 carries, 104 yards and a touchdown run. Matt Breida, 7 carries for 45 yards. And Tua ran twice for 13. Here's the receiving. Josh Turner, 6 catches for 157 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brandon Graham, 7 catches, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jason Taylor, 3 catches, 125 yards and a touchdown. Sammy Watkins, a catch for 72 yards. Tyreek Hill, a catch for 47 and a touchdown. Travis Kelce, 3 catches, 41 yards and 2 touchdowns. Albert Wilson, 2 catches for 30 yards. A.J. Campbell, a catch for 11. And Matt Breida, a catch for 2 yards. So for Kansas City, this win now puts him at 12-1 now on the season. And they'll get another road test in Week 15, which should be an amazing battle, as they're going to have to go to New Orleans to face off with the Saints. Meanwhile, for Miami, as you just know, that they are officially eliminated from playoff contention now as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try again in their next game at home as they face off with the New England Patriots. Anyways, guys, this is going to wrap it up for another 1 o'clock game here in Week 14. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. On the road to 200. And it's your boy Dez, and I'm gone.